You really won't believe how many times I have said that I play Total War because I like the campaigns more, and then heard the response, well, why don't you just play CK2 then, or CK3, or any Paradox game in general? But I do. I am a massive Europa Universalis 4 fan, and when I say massive, I mean I have 1,000 hours in the game, which, to be honest, makes me only know like 5% of the mechanics, but anyway, I am a big fan. But eventually it got me thinking. I am a campaign fan of Total War, and a Paradox fan. But why do I not just play Paradox? What is it about Total War that keeps bringing me back? Without a doubt, Paradox campaigns are just so much better and more in depth. And with Total War, I often get bored of the battles, resorting to auto-resolve quite frequently, where and when I can. I made a poll on Discord to see if this was a common thing, or am I just a freak of nature? Well, after some observation, it turns out I am a freak of nature. But that's in other areas. Most people did value campaign gameplay over battle gameplay. Why do they not play Paradox instead then? This seems to be a very common thing. Total War fans love campaign gameplay and do play Paradox, but still play Total War. Is Paradox known enough? Yes. Is it the pricing? Although that could turn some people off, I don't think that turns away players 100%. Is Paradox hated? No. Are we all just racist towards the Swedes? Some of you maybe, but I doubt all. I could not find an issue with Paradox to push the player base who like campaigns towards Total War. So it must be on Total War's end, something pulling them in. And then it all came to me. It's what Total War was founded on originally. Campaign fans play Total War because of the battles. It's the flow from grand campaign map to the in-depth battle map. It's the fact that the campaign can be witnessed on the battlefield and the battlefield in campaign. It's about getting the full experience of being a leader of a nation, the total aspect to warfare. Total War. And this is lacking in Paradox to an extent. It's all campaign. Yes, I am a campaign player, but the reason I play Total War is because of the inclusion of battles. Paradox gives you the in-depth experience to a campaign, but Total War gives you the wide picture, covering more aspects, lacking in depth, but being total. Let's take a look at battle fans briefly before I talk about my final point. Now, there are battle fans that are like this also. They like battles in Total War because they like campaign and how the two interact. But the battle community also has a separate, purely battle community who create historical events or do multiplayer tournaments and such. Although a small community, they do exist. And Paradox has a community also who could not care less about battles. So never play Total War. And that is why Total War is more successful and probably will always have the lead on Paradox. Paradox is going for depth, yet this also limits them a little bit as they are going for a niche when they go in for the depth. Now, still massive, that focus does cut people off, whereas Total War, being wider, is more for the general, broader community, the advanced super gamers and the casuals. its wide-stretching reach from campaign to battle reaches over the audience also, and allows them to bring more people in. And that is why Paradox has their DLC policy. They don't play wide like Total War. Paradox goes deep into their games, adding depth. Paradox plays tall. If you like campaigns, especially the roleplay side of it, check out Crusader Kings 3, new on Steam. This video is not sponsored, but they did give me a free copy a day early for me to just enjoy myself with. If you don't want to invest that much into a new release first, then maybe check out Crusader Kings 2 instead, a very similar game, albeit older. Yet it is free to keep on Steam forever, if you ever want to just give Paradox a little go. Subscribe for more, share this video with anyone you think may be interested. You know what? Anyone who has had a go at you after you say you're a campaign player, and then start having a go at Paradox, slap this in their face. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learnt something. Please let me know your point of view on this in the comments. But for now, until tomorrow's video, goodbye.